Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is so joyous to bring in Shabbat with you, all of you, wherever you might be, however you might be watching. I hope it is a Shabbat Shalom, a Shabbat of peace for all of us. I want to invite us to use this special Shabbat, this Shabbat on the heels of Sukkot, just before Simchat Torah, to allow ourselves to put pause on the world. Because our world moves pretty quickly. There's a lot of information flying around. It's election season, so all the usual politics are just on display for all of us. There's a lot happening, and of course, that thing called the pandemic as well. We're worried about our friends and our loved ones and our community members. But Shabbat is really our tradition's gift for us. So I want to invite us to use the Shabbat as a space, as a place of rest. As Shabbat Shalom means a Shabbat not only of peace, but of wholeness. How can we bring wholeness to ourselves and allow ourselves that pause to put away all the stresses of our week, whether personal or communal, and to just be present in this beautiful day of joy and of peace and of wholeness. So take a moment to think about all of the things that bring you wholeness and all of the things that bring you joy and blessing. And together we'll enter Shabbat in that headspace of spiritual and emotional joy and happiness.
What a wonderful way to start Shabbat in my sacred space with my family and now with all of you. I'm so thrilled to be here this evening. I hope that each of you have had a wonderful and joyous Sukkot, and maybe you even had the mitzvah of joining in the sukkah for a meal. I know I did, and it was truly special. Tonight, you might be joining us from our live stream from aemt.net or Facebook Live, or even now our new YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel, because if we get 200 subscribers, we get our own name. So please make sure you do that. Again, I'm so thrilled that you're all here tonight for celebrating this Shabbat. Tonight, we like to welcome up the Locke family, Lori, Michael, Ashley, and Ryan, to light the Shabbat candles in honor of Ryan's bar mitzvah tomorrow morning. Please join us.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 20.
Yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai, 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 yadadai, dai, 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad ishmi'anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litehila lecha dodi likrat kala Shabbat נעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה בתוך ההפכה רב לך שבט במקבלך מבוים חמו עלייך אלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך בי על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי קורבה אל נפשי גאלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת התעוררי, התעוררי כי בעורר קומי אורי, אורי, אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נקרא לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקמי מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי בך יחסו עניי עמי בנפלתה עיר תהילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. והיו לבשי שוסייך ורחקו כל מבלייך יסיס עלייך אלוהייך ימסוס חתן על כלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת קרוני תריצי על ידיש בן פרצי ונשמחה נגילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה
Please rise in body or spirit.
נקבלה. אורי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלתו אמוני עם סגולה בואי כלה בואי כלה. היי לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
Continue with Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. צוש בקתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen.
Please rise in body or spirit for Baruch Hu.
Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach she'arim, uvidvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim b'mishmarotehem barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uven layla, Adonai tzavaot shemo, El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbeinu ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה. Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Mahuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Mahuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך, ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אליהם, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Vehamidenu shobrenu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Vehamidenu shoreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Yada dai dai dai, 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 yada dai dai dai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Adonai sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yada nai nai nai, 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 yada nai nai nai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue with a moment of personal prayer and reflection.
Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Oseh shalom במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei Tevel. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen.
Our Torah ends with a blessing. After all of the turmoil our people have been through, our ups and downs with God, our journey from slavery to freedom, our fights with others and amongst ourselves, our complaints, our grieving, our celebration, the last portion of the text that defines us as a people is called Vezot HaBracha, and this is the blessing. Moses goes up on a mountain, and God shows him the promised land. God tells Moses that this is the land God promised to our ancestors, and future generations will inherit it. Moses can see it, but he will not be able to enter. While this is probably painful for Moses, he dies peacefully, knowing that he has led his people from slavery to freedom. V'zot habracha, and this is the blessing. It would be nice if every story could wrap up that neatly. If we could know that our fights and our journeys, even our lives themselves, would end with a blessing. When Moses dies, he experiences the pain and regret that comes with not being able to enter the promised land. But even alongside seeing but not entering the land that God has shown him, the story tells us that lo hachala eino velo naslecho, his eyes were undimmed and his vigor unabated. In this moment, Moses is truly human. He is looking back on a successful and full life, not without its mistakes and tragedies. He sees the bittersweet nature of being human, leading people on a journey, but having to let them go when his time comes to an end. And in turn, he shows us that life is complicated and difficult, yet there are always blessings. Our sages teach us that we are supposed to look for the blessings in our lives. The Talmud in Tractate Menachot 43b tells us that we are supposed to say 100 blessings a day. For me, this number is not literal, but we can see it as a symbolic way for us to look for blessing everywhere. As Moses teaches us at the end of the Torah, even amidst life's chaos and complication, we can find things to be grateful for, moments and actions that bring holiness into our world. Last spring, we brought in author and journalist Christopher Noxon over Zoom to speak with our teens as part of our high school program. Christopher challenged our teens to constantly look around at their worlds and find blessing. He said that every day he strives to find 5 things to be grateful for. He keeps journals where he writes and doodles these observations, which allow him to reflect and find meaning in his life. After losing one of his children in a freak accident last winter, Christopher told us that the journaling was his connection to the world. He said that even in the depths of his pain, prompting himself to find beauty helps center him and slowly bring him back to a state of relative normalcy, even through his grief. Christopher told us that nothing is too big or too small to be a blessing, as long as we notice it and feel gratitude for it. I still have the list that I jotted down that day. The pink light streaming through my windows as the sun sets, the crispness of fresh sheets, homemade mac and cheese, and the ability to learn new things over Zoom. Along with the personal and unique blessings that each of us create for ourselves in any given moment, we also have the blessings that our tradition has passed down to us. Our liturgy helps us to articulate our gratitude, and is another reminder that there is holiness all around us. For example, on this Shabbat, as we move from Sukkot to Simchat Torah, from the season of summer to the season of rain, a line in the Amidah changes. We go from thanking God for being Morid HaTal, the one who causes the dew to come down, to thanking God for being Mashiv HaRuach uMorid HaGeshem, the one who causes the rain to blow, the wind to blow, and the rain to come down. Even our ancient liturgy reminds us to look around and appreciate the way the world works. Everything that contributes to the way we function, from the overall cycle of nature to each individual dewdrop, is worthy of blessing. Blessings can happen both on a fixed schedule or on a daily or seasonal or yearly basis, or in the spur of the moment in surprising ways. And there are blessings for everything: eating, our children, even just waking up in the morning, not to mention the ones that we create for ourselves. Actively seeking out our own blessings or being intentional about the blessings our tradition has provided us is a way to keep us connected to our world, to our communities, even to ourselves. Focusing our energy on finding moments worthy of blessing can prompt us to reflect. What makes us happy? What gives us peace? How can our eyes remain undimmed and our vigor unabated, like Moses, even as we struggle with conflict and living in a complicated world? Rabbi Isaiah Rothstein writes that blessings are a portal to the infinite. They can be a conduit for spiritual and physical potential. They can help us mark time and celebrate life cycle events, and they connect us to our ancestors as God blessed us through them. He also reminds us that blessings should never become rote. It is important to do the best we can to be intentional and really mean the words that we say as we express our gratitude. Rabbi Rothstein asks, how then could we make blessings transformative rather than transactional? One idea is to take 3 seconds before making a blessing, to meditate on our own voice within the blessing, to find within it that which is meaningful for us. In essence, to become the blessing. I think this idea of noticing and inhabiting blessing is especially poignant for us as we finish the Torah in such a challenging and unprecedented year. Despite the trials and tribulations of his life, Moses was able to be a blessing for our people. Despite our tumultuous history, our sacred text concludes with blessing. In fact, Simchat Torah, which begins tomorrow as we finish the Torah and start it over again, was originally known as Yom HaBracha, the day of blessing. It is now our task to let our tradition be a source of strength for us as we continue to recognize and to be blessings in a hurting world. Tomorrow evening, we will celebrate our Torah and bless our community as we celebrate our newest religious school learners with consecration and honor burning our mortgage and our congregation's 160th anniversary with a special ceremony and plaque dedication. We can find blessing both in these significant and communal moments and also in our own personal observations and the seemingly mundane moments in our own lives that have the potential to inspire gratitude. V'zot habracha, and this is our blessing. As we finish our Torah cycle and turn it around again, may we remember to continue to look for blessing in the world around us. May our eyes remain undimmed and our vigor unabated. As we celebrate what was originally Yom HaBracha, our people's day of blessing, may we too be a blessing. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. May we be strong, and may the many blessings in our sacred text and in our world bring us strength as well. Amen.
Please join me if you know this. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asot b'divrei Torah, la'asot b'divrei Torah. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asot b'divrei Torah, la'asot b'divrei Torah. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue.
Shabbat Shalom once again. Tomorrow, the festivities of Shabbat continue. We are so excited that Ryan Lax will be becoming a bar mitzvah at services tomorrow morning, along with our final Sukkot and Yizkor service as we finally reach the conclusion of our High Holy Days. Thank you to the Lax family, Lori and Michael, as well as Ashley and Ryan, for sponsoring our virtual oneg, as well as these gorgeous flowers. It's so good to have beautiful flowers on our bima again. And mazel tov to Ryan and the whole family. Tomorrow evening, there are even more festivities as we have our Simchat Torah celebration, as I mentioned, where we'll celebrate the consecration of our new religious school students and the dedication of our Burn the Mortgage plaque. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. All of the links for tomorrow's morning and evening services should be in the email you received, and you can watch them however you are watching this Shabbat service with us. As always, check your Monday AEMT update email about all of the programs that we are offering this week and in the coming weeks. And the deadline for registering to vote is October 13th. So if you've received your ballot vote early. If you haven't registered yet, you still have time. We want to make sure that everyone votes and uses your voice in this significant way. Thank you, of course, again to the Lax family for sponsoring this evening, as well as Cantor Stanton, of course, and Piano Dave for the beautiful, beautiful music. At the conclusion of our service, we'll be at the virtual oneg sponsored by the Lax family, so please join us there. Again, the link is in your email. It is especially poignant on the Shabbat of so much sweetness and so much joy and celebration of a bar mitzvah, of our Torah, of all the blessings in our world, that we also think about those who are in need of healing. The pandemic continues, the frontline workers continue to risk their lives for our safety, and there are those who are sick in other ways, physically, emotionally, spiritually as well. So we join our thoughts together with them, with all of those who are praying for loved ones' healing, as we continue with Misha Berach, found in your service sheet.
Berach Avoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak veYaakov. Berach Imoteinu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, our prayer. Hear our prayer.
Hear our prayer.
Hear our prayer.
Hear our
Hear our
prayer.
prayer. And bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Bless us with a vision for tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. May the warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith, show us the way. Mi sheberach avoteinu, mi sheberach imoteinu. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer.
Hear our prayer.
Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. And bless us as well. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. And bless us as well.
Amen. We continue with Aleinu on page 282. Please rise in body or spirit.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונה, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. Oh, may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever.
ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד.
The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled. It burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. We remember those who brought blessing into our lives, who brought light to our lives, and who will always live in our hearts. In Shloshim, the 30 days following death, we remember the Honorable Ruth Bader Ginsburg, wife of Martin of blessed memory, mother of Jane and James. We remember Ava Aronowitz, mother of Sandra Katz and Robert Aronowitz. We remember Sandra DiCrescenzi, wife of Frank, mother of Mark Zaccardo, mother of Frankie, Cheryl, Janet, Vicky, Tracy, grandmother of Michael, Jessica, Kelly, Tara, Valerie, Olivia, Joshua, Stephanie, and Shannon. And we remember Kay Lillian, wife of Edward of blessed memory, mother of Joe and Jack, mother-in-law of Leslie and Pam, grandmother of Alyssa and Brandon. To those names we add those in our own hearts whose names are in your service sheet and inscribed throughout our building as we join our voices together in Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, page 294. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divrach chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. B'chayachon u'vyom echon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzba'ar v'yitzramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemeh dekudesha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom araba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
We close this evening with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam asher bala b'terem kol yetzir nivra v'yeit nasa mechefso kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kikrot hakol levado yimot Torah ve'hu haya ve'hu hoved ve'hu yiyeh b'tikvara ve'hu yiyeh
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We have a special Kiddush tonight.
We do, and I'd like to invite back the Lax family to join us for a Kiddush and Motzi in honor of Ryan's bar mitzvah. And from home, please join Cantor Stanton in our festive Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
That was great, Ryan, but first we have to do Kiddush. So hold that thought. You did it perfectly, and do that same exact thing right after Cantor Stanton chants the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'am, ורוממנו מכל לשון, וקידשנו במצוותיו. ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, שבתות למנוחה, מועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים לששון. את יום השבת הזה, ואת יום שמיני חג עצרת הזה, זמן שמחתנו, מקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת ומועדי קודשך, בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת בישראל והזמנים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. לחיים.
Okay, Ryan. Nice and loud.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Mazel tov to you and Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We'll see you at the Oneg.